So my name and my position, is that right? Okay. My name is Jessica Castle, and I am the drama teacher at Carolina Springs Middle School. I teach 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
All right. And what does revenge-seeking behavior look like for the middle school girls in your class?
A lot of times, revenge seeking is avoidance. Like, if someone has done something to offend another student, that child will seek out that other person's friends and try to alienate the other one who is the offender. That's what I see a lot of gossiping behind backs and things like that, or even sometimes spreading rumors to get back at the person who was offending them. So that's mostly what I see in my classroom.
Okay. What interventions in your classroom work best for that type of behavior?
Sometimes I have pulled those girls aside and talked to them individually and then have them talk to each other. And if, in that case, I usually tell them, well, you're going to have to work together, and then I'll make them work together again. Which is kind of mean, I guess. They see that as being mean, but it really turns out good on most cases where they learn to like each other again and they forgive each other because they have no choice but to work with each other. So that's what I try in my classroom.
In your experience, how is revenge-seeking behavior different for middle school girls than maybe for other populations?
I don't know. I think it's different in that it's kind of a new thing for them. So they still have a lot of the elementary childish, I'm not going to be your friend anymore kind of situation. But I think you can find that in adults as well, which I guess we're kind of funny as humans like that. We revert back to our childhood behavior sometimes. But I think for middle school students, it's different in the fact that today they're friends, tomorrow they're not, and the next day they'll be friends again. They forgive a lot easier, I think, sometimes, and you see it progress, especially in the middle school level. 6th grade is more of an elementary state of mind, and the 8th grade is more of a high school state of mind. So you can see it progress once an 8th grade student an 8th grade girl has been offended. They're offended for a long time. It takes a long time for them to get over that. As when you move into the high school level, I think the difference there is they, I think, in my opinion, after working with high school kids, they internalize things a lot more, and they don't ever forget, but they aren't as open about their, I guess, about their feelings, and they won't always lash out as much as a middle school child will.
Okay. What advice would you give for someone who's new with dealing with revenge-seeking behavior?
Don't let it last. I think if as soon as you see the issue or the situation, immediately take this, stop what you're doing. And take those children aside and talk to them, and the earlier you catch it and the earlier you talk to them, the quicker it will go away. So.
And just to bring it all together, helpful hints, maybe some resources you sought out when you were first starting out teaching, dealing with this behavior, and maybe ways of understanding this behavior.
I can remember definitely my first year teaching here at Carolina Springs. I went to the guidance counselor, Chrissy Roddy, and I had a class full of girls that were all 8th graders, and they didn't all really like each other. And so once a week I had her come in and we did some peer building things. And so I would definitely say guidance counselors in your school are, if you're a teacher, are one of the best resources that you have. There's definitely a lot of programs out there that you can look up on the internet even, and there's ways of handling it and dealing with it. But there's just a ton of resources out there, library, internet. I've looked up different peer building activities that you can do, and being a drama teacher, that helps a lot because I can bring those peer building activities into my classroom easier than someone else.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.